Great new day filled with destiny and purpose. In our thoughts for today's series, we will be exploring day 24, the road that leads to truth, authenticity. Catherine of Siena said, "Be who God meant you to be, and you will set the world on fire." The movers and shakers of this world are those individuals who have dared to be themselves in a world that barters conformity for uniqueness. Creation Release is about subscribing to your own authentic self. Creation Release supports the idea that life becomes the impetus for releasing greatness that resides inside of your essence before you were even born and even prior to conception. Some people live lives defined by the parameters that society has set for them, while others find that life that a God has created is much more fulfilling. It is those rare and exceptional human beings who turn the world upside down because their worlds have been turned right side up by a God who knows no limitations. The essence of the creation release process has to do with forfeiting the superficialities that life attempts to hijack our lives with. It brings us to the end of the role of concerning our power, prowess, and intellectual acumen and points us toward a new path in life. The path starts with the relationship with Jesus Christ. The Apostle Paul revealed the way to salvation in Romans 10:9 NIV. If you declare with your mouth Jesus is Lord and believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, you will be saved. Paul knew the broad road that led to destruction all too well as he persecuted Christians with calculated precision. His background, zeal, and education equipped him perfectly for the task. He had purchased fully the identity that society offered him. It wasn't until he heard the still small voice of Jesus Christ that his destiny was altered. The transaction was complete. He gave his life to receive life. The question Paul asked in Acts 22 verse 8 NIV leads to the discovery of his authentic self, and it became the foundation that facilitated important developments in his life. The question was simply, "Who are you, Lord?" After that day, his name was changed from Saul to Paul. After that day, he was determined to fight the good fight of faith. It was a life of fighting that led to the release of greatness that lay dormant for so many years. Today, when we read the Pauline epistles and the pastoral letters, we are experiencing the release of Paul's essence into his external environment. Seek to release the greatness that resides inside of you. It starts with a faith confession concerning the person and work of Jesus Christ. He alone is the compass that leads to the narrow road that few find called true authenticity. Spend 10 minutes today reciting Romans 10:9 if you have not made that faith confession. If you have made that confession, ask God to give you wisdom and specificity concerning your authentic self for the purpose of releasing your essence into your external environment. Decide to embrace the road that leads to true authenticity. Think about it. Day 24, meditated on a new thought exercise. Reflection thought. The journey to true authenticity is specific for you to walk your life in. While your journey may be rough, it is the arrival at who God intended you to become that becomes so all important. Principle to remember. Some people live lives defined by the parameters that society has set for them, while others find the life that God created for them. It is those rare and exceptional human beings who turn the world upside down because their worlds have been turned right side up by a God who knows no limitations. Question to explore. Are you delusioned at how your life has turned out because it doesn't fit the script you decided on a long time ago? Perhaps you need to let God rewrite your script. Make a decision today to live on purpose, on purpose. I want you to think about that. I want you to live your best life and become the best version of yourself.